Good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. For me, it's mornings very early, but this is Speed Gaming, the original EOG Speed Gaming. This is the Mega Man 2 Randomizer tournament, and this is a Group D matchup between MagnetFirstbro and 2% Chungus. I'm Siberian Bull 9 on commentary, and give me just a moment. I'm holding the gates back for these two runners, and we're gonna have some nice Mega Man 2 rando action. So give me one moment. Okay, so like I said, folks, this is a Group D matchup between MagnetFirstbro and 2% Chungus. I believe this is 2% Chungus' first race as far as their group's action. MagnetFirstbro has taken down Snape for their first win. And just to keep in mind, there is a slight stream delay, so what the most important thing to take note for the race is when their timers end. So even though it looks like MagnetFirstbro got the jump, we're still taking note as to when their timer ends here and when it ends in racetime.gg. So don't worry about who's ahead right now. But for now, our runners have chosen their respective Robot Master stages to start on. MagnetFirstbro is in Metal Man. 2% Chungus is in Quick Man stage. These are generally your typical starting stages for the rando, because we want to get E-tanks. We love our safeties, but you know, I can speak personally that I've also chosen Metal first as the starting stage, and it's worked out for me but you know, that's definitely what we're gonna see how it works out for MagnetFirstbro, as I'm curious to see if he grabs the second E-tank here, as he's running a little low on health here, so he's gotta hurry up to the ending, and that's that. Sadly, the Patantons and the Hermit Crabs aren't being exactly friendly for him. Hopefully he can get some health from the hats when he fires them off. Meanwhile, we got Chungus at the bottom of the quick shaft. Oh, there we go. He's got MagnetFirstbro got his big health, as Chungus is also about to enter the quick door. MagnetFirstbro is going to see their first Robot Master, and we got a Flashman on the conveyor belt, but he's a high jumpy boy, so he's not too bad. I've seen some terrible Flashmen on this particular room, and we got a vanilla-ish Quickman in Quickman's room, as we got one more shot for Chungus to take him down, and boom. So MagnetFirstbro is going to move on to Woodman stage. Interesting. Didn't get an item out of Metal Man stage, but did get item 3 at a Quickman stage. Alright, so now we got Chungus in Flashman stage. He's gonna check the wall, checks the wall. Not gonna be Buster successful. We got a decent air shooter here though, so he's gonna try and get this air shooter to connect with the crash walls up top to see if they're actually weak to the weapon, which they aren't. I've done this tactic too, so it's a really interesting tactic, especially if you've got an air shooter that goes up like that, leaf shield or metal, so you can actually knock out 2 of your weakness hunting, crash wall weakness hunting right there in Flashman stage, and keep going without losing too much time. But MagnetFirstbro in the treehouse right now, getting pummeled by these dollar store Metroids. Not a good time. And was that a bird? No, looks like 2% Chungus is opting not to test the birds to try and get that E-Tank, even though the birds just deleted the E-Tank, so he said, you know what, I'm good. But he is about to enter the Flash Sword. We got MagnetFirstbro taking on the Fan Fiends as he approaches his door. And it looks like we got a Crash Man in the Flash Room. Looks like he was a Buster Weak Crash, but I think Air Shooter does just about the same amount of damage, but it's not exact with the open room. It's not exactly doing him too many favors. We got a Vanilla Woodman in Woodman's room. And down goes Crash Man for 2% Chungus in the Flash Room. Let's see if he gets the item out of there. Nope. So we're going to move on there. And MagnetFirstbro dumpsters Woodman in Woodman's room. Let's see if he gets an item. Nope. Alright, so now we got MagnetFirstbro trading known ground in Flashman stage. This looks like I'm not here to criticize people how they run. You run the game however you want, but it just appears that MagnetFirstbro's got this mentality of grab and go. Meanwhile, Chungus is in Bubbleman stage going into, I'm gonna call this blood orange. I don't know about you guys. That's kind of blood orange water for me. But he's using that air shooter. He's putting to good use. Sadly, the Dollar Store Metroids do not care for it. Nope. Be careful there. Yep, there you go. There we go. All right. As we see, our Mets this year have been given a new sprite as they now bear a resemblance to our resident Tracker Supreme. But unfortunately today our Tracker Supreme is running as MagnetFirstbro is going to enter their Flashman door here and want to take on their Crashman as we see Chungus deciding to let that Hermit Crab to just disappear on screen, which I don't blame him because sadly 2 shots do not get rid of it as they're about to enter the door. And we're about to see what Robot Master is inside there. Looks like we got a heat in Bubble Room. Air is not the answer. Quick does 4. How about Lemons? Does Lemons do 4? No. So Quick would be the better option here. But it looks like Chungus is going to stick with the Buster as MagnetFirstbro is off in Airman stage. With our Tiki's looking like a certain former president of the United States. As Chungus is doing the slow fight with this Heatman in Bubble stage, and down goes Heatman. Let's see if Chungus in his long war with Heatman gets an item for his efforts. He does not. So he's going to move on to Metal Man stage here. Switch our audio just a moment here as now our runners are in. Now Chungus is going over his ground that we've seen from MagnetFirstbro as MagnetFirstbro is now in the second half of Airman stage. And it looks like we got Crabs and Air. They are a very infamous pairing that we like, that the community loves to see. There we go. Doing what I would do is pause buffer after taking a bit of a hit from the Crabs, as Chungus is now at the second half point of their metal stage, as MagnetFirstbro is going to be entering their Airman room. We'll find out who our Robot Master is. There should be at least another vanilla Robot Master sitting in their room. Yep, there we go. There's Airman in Airman's room. The reason I say that is because generally if you see one vanilla Robot Master in their room, there's going to be a second one, and we saw Woodman in Woodman's room on MagnetFirstbro's side. This Airman is relatively vanilla. But MagnetFirstbro takes him down all the same. As Chungus is about to enter the metal room where we got a flashman there. And we get item 2 at an airman stage. As you now see MagnetFirstbro going over to Quickman stage, as looks like we have taken the time to get our respective runners' timers synced up here. So hopefully there won't be any shenanigans as far as, you know, as far as me not paying attention to timers like yesterday. But that's a different story. So just a bit of a note as far as the rando goes, as we're treading for the rando as we tread over familiar ground. We have a match to make up between Sinister Sama and Gaming While Dad. Sinister Sama had a emergency that he could not finish the best of 3, so we got a race 3 between those two that we have to finish up at some point. Later on today, we got myself versus White Monster. That's going to be at 2 p.m. These times are Eastern. And then later this evening, we got Poison Curls taking on one of our runners on screen in 2% Chungus later on today at 7 p.m. Again, those times are Eastern. So come back later on today, because we got this triple header of Mega Man action all day. So look forward to it. And I like what Chungus is doing here, because generally if you got flash on screen and you pause buffer, you can keep it so then the time stopper does not drain weapon ammo. So this is a great tactic on Chungus' side, as MagnetFirstbro finishes their I believe it was bubble, and it was quick, and they get item 3 out of it. So I'm just going to get ahead of myself, since I'm doing pretty much all the administrating on my side outside of the Reach News, which we thank Speedgaming for bringing us back again this year. But more importantly, bringing us back for Speedgaming Live 2023 for the online portion. When we get out to the type, hope they bring us for the offline too. But that's just me. That's just me trying to say, come on. Anyway, anyway, we got Chungus dumpstering Airman in Airman's room. He's going to get his item 2. Both our runners are actually neck and neck, I would say. We won't really know who's in front, who's ahead, until we hear the Wily sirens, as they both have 3 Robot Masters remaining, as Chungus is now going to move off to Woodman stage next. We do know that he won't get an item out of Woodman stage. MagnetFirstbro, I believe, has Heat and Crash left, and he's going to be very careful, as he's taking a pummeling from those Dollar Store Metroids. And again, Chungus is really liking this air shooter, it looks like, as it's giving him a wide berth when he fires it, and it's just taking out everything in front of him. Meanwhile, MagnetFirstbro is putting that item 2 that he got from Airman stage to use to avoid the rest of Bubbleman stage. I didn't think that item 2 was gonna get him through the or Flash was gonna let him get through the 3rd screen. But that's okay. Chungus is past Hot Dogs. He's at the midpoint, as we got looks like MagnetFirstbro is hunting for weapons. He didn't really. Bubble's not great. It's not a masher either, but it does do damage. So he'll put that to use later if he remembers it. I believe that he's got 2 more after Bubble Stage. There, he won't get an item out of Bubble Stage. So here we go, Heat and Crash. He does have 2 and 3. It's surprising that he's going to go to Crash first, but runner's prerogative. He can use item 2 as a platform to get through the elevator section quickly. As we got Chungus getting to the bottom of Woodman stage here. As Chungus is now entering the Woodman door, he's going to see that vanilla Woodman, vanilla-ish Woodman. I think I know that check on Chungus' side because I've definitely done that plenty on my own, where I'm trying to see, all right, do I have Crash that I can fire into the Leaf Shield to explode on him, and he's definitely checking everything because I don't think he's a fan of. I think he did that. That death feels intentional. I think he was trying to see if he what he could damage Woodman with, and it doesn't look like he has the means. So it looks like we're going to do Buster 11 shots into Woodman here, as Chungus is going to buster him down. Meanwhile, Chungus is making quick work of Crash stage here, as he's going to choose to go up the left side here as opposed to the right. I think it's mainly just to check to see what is there. It's going to take a hit from what the construction worker there. That's actually a Chenky maker. Meanwhile, welcome to memes from where this song. Well, the song came from the 70s, really, from a band with a Mongolian name, using a sung by it's a band, a German group using a Mongolian name, singing about how peaceful Russia is. Anyway, I'm just gonna say it's 2012. Anyway, so yeah, as we get Chungus in Heatman stage, we're gonna take a look and see who's in Crashman's room on MagnetFirstbro's side, and it looks like it is a Boobly Man who is Buster Soft and goes down quickly. And item 1 was inside Crashman stage, as MagnetFirstbro has one more Robot Master to go through one more Robot Master stage to go through in Heatman. So we know Chungus is not going to find item 1 in Heatman stage when he finishes it, but he is going to. He still wants to use that air shooter so much, but he's doing these Yoku's relatively vanilla, even though he has item 2 and item. Ooh, he's got to be careful. Oh, no. Oh, the rat! These Shrekets. I'm gonna call them Shrekets. Knock Chungus into the pit. He's got a lot of ground to pick up. He's really behind MagnetFirstbro right now, as our runners are they relatively in sync, but you have to keep in mind that Chungus getting bodied by these rabbits that are disguised as Shrek. Meanwhile, MagnetFirstbro makes it through through this perilous section quickly, and Chungus has decided, you know what? I've had enough of this. I'm gonna pull out item 2 here and just ignore it. I've done this tactic too, where it's like, you know what? I'll just do vanilla Yoku's instead of just dealing with this, because he's got to be feeling it right now. As MagnetFirstbro is going to be the first of our runners to enter the heat door and take on their remaining Robot Master. I actually lost track. Is it Metal? Yep, it's Metal. All right, so Metal Man is our last Robot Master in heat stage. And does MagnetFirstbro have any tanks? He's got 2. Okay, so pop in a juice box to stay healthy. And that's a healthy 18 on MagnetFirstbro's side for 8 Robos. Meanwhile, Chungus finding a great weakness for that metal with Quick Boomerang, which is relatively vanilla. As we move on to castle stages now, where we get to play our favorite little game inside the Mega Man 2 Randomizer community. And that's to guess the color of the dragon, guess a weakness, and for bonus points, guess the sprite. as that's a newer addition for the to random community. So get those guesses in chat while you got the chance, as I gotta take care of a little business on this side as far as pressing buttons. Okay, if you got those guesses in chat, my guess is going to be my own traditional pink, purple, green, greatest looking dragon, and it's going to be weak to. Let's go with Crash this time. But that doesn't look like what MagnetFirstbro is going to check. I think he selected Bubble first, which is interesting. Yeah, it's a relatively puke-colored dragon. He's got a bit of a shine to him, but you know I don't care for it. So let's see. It looked like it was on wood, which is an interesting first check. You know, and again, I'm not here to tell people how to run. It's just a poor habit of mine that I need to get rid of. It's like you figure the first thing you're gonna check is oh, this is not a mashable metal. This is not good. But we're sticking with it. Like, in my mindset, you know, you're on page 2 as you're getting up the ladder. You might as well check Crash or Metal first. That's just my opinion. Again, it's a bad habit of mine. I'm trying to be better about it, but I just can't help it. It's like, you're on page 2. Just might just check Crash and Metal and be done with it. Anyway, MagnetFirstbro, anyway, dumpsters the dragon with Metal Blade. Which I guess I get to take that point. As he fills up his item 1, and he's going to ride his item 2. Meanwhile, we got Chungus dumpstering Bubble Man in Crash Stage. Going to be following behind MagnetFirstbro into Wily stages, but he's still got a whole stage to make up. Might as well be a stage and a half now, as we can see Wily appear again on his side. And it looks like MagnetFirstbro is going to take the time to check our wall weaknesses, and they are vanilla. Now, I should take note when we get to the boo beams here in a couple minutes. The crash bombs will not be the weakness of the boo beams. We'll have to find another weakness for them. But we do now have the knowledge that crash balls are weak to the crash bombs. As Chungus is now Chungus is starting their Wily 1 ascent, as MagnetFirstbro is going to take his Wily 2 descent to take on the Pico units, and we'll see what kind of treachery they have in store for us today. And they're relatively low, so nothing too damning. And it looks like we got the best weakness to use on the Pico units in Leaf Shield. So hope you guys got your blanket with you and just take a nap. You just get that take a juice box because he's weak. You know, you don't really need to jump into him. You just let the Leaf Shield do the job itself. I mean, that's the only one that... There's only 2 that will really hit you, and as long as you just stand there and you have more than half health, you'll be fine. There you go, just like that. Anyway, MagnetFirstbro is taking down the Pico units. It's going to be sending into Wily 3, into Wily's sewage system. We'll see what's been in Wily's diet here in a moment. as Chungus fights Crash Bombs for the Dragon here, and it's exactly what I was talking about. You're on page 2, might as well check Crash and Metal while you're there. Anyway, so looks like Wily's had a lot of grape drink in his diet recently. Probably prune juice. Just gonna say it's prune juice. As MagnetFirstbro is making their descent in the tank. Chungus again has a lot of ground to pick up. He's definitely going to be 2 stages behind in just a moment here, as MagnetFirstbro is quickly entering the Guts Dozer door. And we have a Guts Dozer that's allergic to lemons in this seed, as MagnetFirstbro is going to be entering Wily 4 now. And as Chungus is going through the hallway now in Wily 2, going to get tackled by that. It looked like he was about to get tackled, but Air Shooter saves the gig once more for MagnetFirstbro, or 2% Chungus, as MagnetFirstbro is making their Wily 4 ascent and descent as we go through what's generally known as Purple Heck. Is going to be Gray Heck today, or as we like to call this, 1 the Great Equalizer, and 2 the Anxiety Rooms. As we'll find out in just a moment what kind of anxiety we have to deal with going through the last portion of this seed. Alright, looks like we got Lightning Lords, which actually is a pretty good set to see, as we can deboost on the first one if there's one waiting for us in the 3rd room here. Use that and use our item 1s to float up from there. As these are pretty decent item 1s, it looks like. Maybe a shorter timer than usual. No, there's no Lightning Lords. They were the Springer enemies, and they said, nope, we're out of here. So we gotta switch to item 2 here, and then pause buffer around the corner here, and then switch back to item 2 when we get back down into room 4 here. But MagnetFirstbro does navigate the anxiety rooms rather well, and he's going to be taking on the boobies shortly. We do like to make note again that we do know the Crash Balls are weak to the Crash Bomb. We'll see if MagnetFirstbro decides to check to see if there's a god weakness with metal or wood, but I think he's just going to destroy the walls. That's just my opinion. Yep, so we're going to destroy the walls first, get rid of a lot of that lag. Going to check metal, not metal, and I don't blame him. Again, he's opting to just skip Buster, even though it's quick. Anyway, it's interesting that he doesn't check Buster when he just goes down the list, but, you know, again, it's the runner's choice. I'm not here to tell the runners how to run the fucking game. It's a bad habit of mine. That's part of my language there. So here we go with Quick Boomerang. Yeah, Quick Boomerang could be a bit interesting there. You're better off just being right in front of the boobies when you're firing that Quick Boomerang. He was trying to do it from a distance, but that doesn't always work. But he does take him down all the same. He's about to start their refights. Meanwhile, Chungus says, it looks like Chungus is made up a little times, but he's still pretty far back as far as catching MagnetFirstbro, as Chungus is going to go through their anxiety rooms. As I hope you guys have what's the term I'm looking for? I hope you guys are full of hope as we do our refights here. Was it hope or determination? It's been a while since I played Undertale. Chat will correct me on that. As MagnetFirstbro is about to deal with their 3rd Robot Master, going to the left side. Meanwhile, Chungus making good time in the Exciter room, navigating with that well-placed item too. He's gonna have to probably pause buffer to victory for the last set, but you know, he's a veteran. He knows what he's got to do. As he's now in the hallway before the rooms. I don't think he knows about the crash wall weakness, but we do know quick boomerang is the weakness for the. No, he doesn't. He's doing a certain tactic, but you know, we know it's not that. I'm just going to check metal next, as I believe that was that was MagnetFirstbro's 6th Robot Master. He's got 2 more to go with Flash and 1 other. It looks like Chungus was checking all the weaknesses. Generally, and again, this is just out of convenience. Like, you're on the page when you go to check metal. When you go back over to it, might as well just check crash while you're there to minimize your menu times. That was heat. So we're gonna use this bubble once again to try to take down this Heat Man, which is, you know, a floater, but you know, with the prowess of one of the Randomizer's new features with the pause manuating pause cancellations, we take them down quickly. Just gotta be careful. There we go. And it's not weak to Buster, not weak to air. How about this bubble? Thank goodness it's not quick. We're gonna check leaf, not leaf. Gonna consume one of our juice boxes. Metal for phase 1. We'll see if it's our best, our weakness for all the phases. This is a terrible metal too, as it's a one-shotter. It is not mashable. It is not for phase 2. I thought he was gonna check crash. I thought that did damage, but didn't look it. But we were gonna check the other weaknesses, and we found air for phase 2. There we go. So MagnetFirstbro has taken down their machine and gonna go off into Victory Road here to take on a Wily. Alright, we're entering the alien door, and we're going to see what abomination we turn into. Looks like we got our one of our newer alien sprites models, where Wily turns into a capsule. I'm going to check that bubble, which I don't blame since it was going up. Is it quick? It is quick! We're not hearing the damage sound, but we can definitely see Wily's health deteriorating. As one more shot from Quick Boomerang, and there we go. Let me check the race time. That GG. So MagnetFirstbro finishes with a race time of 31:53. Get those GGs into chat, folks. As we got Chungus still going on with this race, so we're going to switch the audio back to him. I thought that crash bomb did some damage to the machine, but Chungus just can't get the line of sight for the explosion there. It doesn't look like it worked on the second part. We're gonna check some of these other weaknesses, see if it does damage. He finds bubble. The one good thing about bubble, when you actually find something that does damage to it, you can mash it then. But this bubble and the metal blade were not mashable in this seed, which is awful. So we got Chungus now taking on their alien, going to do their damage hunting. I don't blame him. The way for him, if I was in his mindset with the way the seed had been going, I might have been tempted to check that Heat 2 first. And there we go. Now he's found Quick Boomerang doing damage to the alien. He's got to be a little careful here. He does not have any E-tanks left. And the alien does hurt. One more pass with a couple of good matches. There we go. Chungus taking down the alien with a time of 34-33. So give us a moment, folks, as we reset here for Game 2 of this best of 3 between MagnetFirstbro and 2% Chungus. So we'll be right back as I got to set up everything up in the background. All right, folks, welcome back. Just a bit of housekeeping to do here. This is Speedgaming Live 2023. This is the Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament. I am Cyberbeard Bull 9 on commentary. This is a Group D matchup between MagnetFirstbro and 2% Chungus. MagnetFirstbro taking the first game in this best of 3 matchup. Later on today, we have 2 more matchups in our triple header for Mega Man 2 action. 2 p.m. Eastern, we got myself versus White Monster. And then at 7 p.m., we got 2% Chungus coming back and they're going to be taking on Poison Curls. So stay tuned for those races later on at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. But both our runners are already up. I'm going to release the floodgates, and we're going to get Game 2 going off here in just a moment. And off we go as we got both the runners going to their respective stages. Looks like MagnetFirstbro is going to choose Airman first, and we got 2% Chungus going to Quickman stage here. Interesting choice by MagnetFirstbro, but again, I'm not here to tell him how to run. He knows how to play the randomizer very well, so I'm going to leave it to him. But interesting enough, we're using 2% Chungus's music sound right now, and this is exactly what I would call Centaur Man stage esque music for Quickman. Anyway, if this was Flashman stage, maybe, but I'm not sure about Quickman stage. As we got birds on both sides of the screen, we got Chungus at the halfway point of Quickman stage here. MagnetFirstbro getting quickly to the checkpoint for Airman stage, getting smacked one more time, look like, by that Shotman. And we got some Metroids in Airman stage dropping down. Gotta be slightly careful because immediately Metroids in the stage can be rather treacherous, considering that it's usually one in front and one back, one in front. Usually in trios, and you got the cloud covering there, and that's no bueno. Meanwhile, we got Chungus approaching the Quickman door quickly, no pun intended, about to take on their first Robot Master. We're about to see who is behind that door, and at the same time, almost just about, so is MagnetFirstbro, as clearly that bird slowed up Chungus just a wee bit, as we got Airman on Quickman's room, and we got a Metal Man in Airman's room. Looks like this is a Buster Soft Metal Man, as Chungus or MagnetFirstbro takes him down quickly, as Airman's not being a bro for Chungus here, as we get item 2 out of Airman stage. And down goes Airman in Quickman's room. Let's see if we get an item there, as MagnetFirstbro is going off to Bubbleman stage. No item out of Quickman stage. All right, so now we got Chungus in Flashbang stage. We got MagnetFirstbro in Bubble stage. Doesn't look like either Bubble or Lemons are effective against the Crash Walls of this time, so it's good to know that we at least get Bubble out of the way. Bubble's a terrible weakness for the Crash Walls, but that does take a little time to check, as MagnetFirstbro is navigating the I'm definitely gonna call this a berry flavor, blueberry flavored water for Bubbleman stage, as he gets a well-timed big energy drop there from that Met. As we get more prop tops from Bubble stage, not look like our tin cans this seed are Buster susceptible at all, so he's going to take a big chunk of damage here from the blocky here, which I don't recommend ever. Surprisingly, didn't check one of the weakness in. Crash Man gonna do Crash Man things as the reason we took the roof off of Flashman's room is for these jumpy type of enemies. If Flashman does high jumps, Crash Man, Quick Man. So then they'll zip around the room too much. Oh my goodness. Wow. MagnetFirstbro just dodging those shots from Flashman and getting out of Bubble Stage unharmed. Meanwhile, Chungus is entering Bubble Man Stage, and MagnetFirst is going to go to Quick Man Stage. So we're treading ground we've already treaded beforehand. So that's good to see. He's just getting a shave. Also, I missed if Flash Stage had an item. It did not look like there was an item out of Flash Stage, so if there was, chat will correct me. So meanwhile, we got our runners going through their respective stages that we've already been through, so we're treading familiar ground. And Chungus deciding he wanted to kiss the spike there. That's not good, so he's got to do the long walk again. Meanwhile, we got MagnetFirstbro descending the quick shaft here. As we got Chungus now almost through Bubble Stage. We got MagnetFirstbro entering the quick door here. We do know there is a airman waiting for us behind this door. It's been bothering me, and I could just look it up, but I'm too lazy to do it. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the honeycomb, or I'm sorry, the Honey Nut Cheerios bee, and I forget what the bee's name was. I'm pretty sure it was Jim. But sadly, Airman dumpsters MagnetFirstbro, so that if you're cheering for 2% Chungus, you like seeing that. But he's going to take on his Flashman now in Bubble Room, which I don't recommend. You gotta. Oh, he found a weakness with this bubble, but Flashman jumping around and giving Chungus fits as he does dumpster that Flashman, but he finds an ultimate weakness with bubble for that Flashman, so he'll hopefully remember that later as he moves on to Metal Man stage next. All right, so we got Chungus in Metal Man stage. We got MagnetFirstbro in Woodman stage. Doesn't look like the snakes care about the tin cans. And this is just me again talking like I can only talk or respond to it. If I see tin cans and they're not doing damage or they're taking more than one shot from the buster, my first instinct is actually to try Crash first, and I don't know why that is. But either way, the Metal Blades are one hitter quitter these blockies and taking them down easy. So that's good to see as MagnetFirstbro is now dealing with the hot dogs and just dumpstering them with metal. Meanwhile, Chungus has gotten crabs in metal in the second half of metal stage and dealing with Shreks as well. He's got to be careful here because there's going to be a crab in front of him. There we go. And gets around that. And there's another blocky in the way. MagnetFirstbro just opting to tackle it. But, Blocky's hurt. And because of that, he's going to have to consume an E-Tank for his hubris. Meanwhile, we got Quickman on Metal Belt. I thought for a moment there that he was going to check heat against that Quick. He's going to check. Well, he is now. Definitely not a good sign. So it looks like we don't have the weakness for this Quick on Metal's belt. And yeah, I thought he needed to take E-Tank there, but he did not. So Chungus gonna start the quick fight over again. Meanwhile, MagnetFirstbro is nearing the wood door. Once again, I'm not gonna say who's leading the way because we won't really know until we get to Wily stages. But Chungus, having gone through a quick stage, does have 4 Robot Masters down. MagnetFirstbro dealing with another vanilla Woodman in his room. And sadly, with the full start leaf shield here, the crash strategy is not going to work as well. So we're going to stick with lemons and take down this Woodman. Let's see if we get an item out of Woodman stage. We get item 3 as Chungus is waiting on the birds to drop so then they can follow him to make sure they don't respawn, which is a great strategy, by the way. And the reason that's a great strategy is because then the birds don't continuously respawn on screen. But now he's through the more dangerous part of the stage and nearing the end, getting to the halfway point. We got MagnetFirstbro checking the wall weakness with this weapons on hand. It's not snake, it's not metal, or snake, bubble. He didn't check crash there, it looks like. I guess he's going to check crash later. But we do have Metroids now on 2% Chungus' screen as he makes his way through the second half of Airman stage. Ooh, my heart. As I think Chungus was looking for something else. Wait, did he have item 1? Where did he get item 1? Did he get item 1 out of metal stage? Did I miss that? Well, he is entering the Airman room now. He's going to get his item 2 when he takes down, actually, I forget who was here. It was Metal Man. Yeah, he did have item 1. I wonder if he got that out of metal stage. Anyway, he's going to take on this Metal Man who is Buster Soft. He's going to get his item 2. Meanwhile, MagnetFirstbro is dealing with Crashman in Flashman's room. Who, like I said, is a relatively jump away. I believe with that, both runners have 3 levels left. Chungus opting to go to He-Man stage with that 1 and 2 combination, which I don't blame him. We didn't get an item out of that stage for MagnetFirstbro, but we do know that metal will give him his item 1. As we got my favorite version of the chicken sprites that have recently been added to the Rando, but Chungus is having a time right now. It looks like he's just missing his inputs when he goes to jump here. Is he just game overing to just restart the level? I think that's what he's about to do. No, he's opting to say, no, I'm not going to do Heat Stage, which is going to be rather costly as we move into the woods here for 2% Chungus. As this takes me back. It's also appropriate considering the guy is at the top of our doors here at the end of each level. But yeah, this is definitely Captain America's theme from the Versus series. As Chungus getting beat up in the first area of a Woodman's stage here. He's got 2 tanks, but you know it's still oof. Yep, and those crash battles, like I said, taking care of the blockies. We do have these hot dogs next. They take 2 shots each. I'm not sure if I would stick with that. Meanwhile, we got MagnetFirstbro dealing with Quickman on the metal belt. He does have 2 stages left himself with both Heat and Crash. So we'll see where he goes next. He's going to get his item 1, I believe, out of metal stage. I didn't miss that earlier. Yep, there it is. And it looks like the option to go to Crash Stage next, with which is going to have some top Phibians lagging the way for him. As Chungus is now going through the treetop. He's saying, nope, I'm not going to deal with any of this. I'm going to pull out item 2, and I'm ignoring all of this. He did have enough height to get over that last blocky, so that's cool. I'm just going to go through the base. And this item won't... I think this item was slow to begin with, but the lag just makes it seem slower, which is terrible. It's got one more to put up there just to be safe. There we go. And now Chungus is pulling out his item 2. He's not going to get to the end, especially getting tackled by the the crusher of the trees. That usually doesn't help. That's a squirm there in front of the door. As we now have Jomex in the halfway point of Crash Stage here, and we got ourselves again vanilla-ish Woodman in Woodman's room, and we got Chungus weakness hunting right now. Gonna consume his last tank. He does find Bubble, that are the form of the snakes, to take down Woodman, and gets his item 3 for his trouble. Let's see where he goes after this. He knows what's in heat, so he's going to go to Crash, it looks like. Yep. Meanwhile, MagnetFirstbro is going to get that E-Tank in Crashman stage. Chungus is more or less a level behind at this point. But, anything can happen. Race isn't over until there's a dot done. But Chungus definitely has a lot of ground to make up here, as MagnetFirstbro is going to enter the crash door, and we're going to find ourselves a Heat Man waiting for us there. Looks like he's taking four dots of damage there from the Buster, so that's good to see. And fortunately, MagnetFirstbro had enough health there to take one more tackle from Heatman and dumpsters him, as he's going to start his Heatman level next. And I actually have not kept track of what Robot Masters are left. I think Bubbleman's the only Robot Master we have not seen yet in this seed, so I believe he's waiting for us at the end of Heatman stage here. An actual wise decision right there on MagnetFirstbro's screen, as opposed to he was definitely gung hoing it through that stage there, but when he got to the end there, he was like, let me take a brief moment here to take this chicken damage and then continue, because easily you can find yourself getting overzealous and wanting to just keep going, but sometimes it's best to just take that hit and then move on. No, these Fan Fiends are not weak to metal, which is unfortunate. So we're going to switch to Crash here momentarily, and then switch back to item 1. Yeah, we're getting pushed back heavy, but we can make it through. We got to take down one more Fan Fiend. Going to switch back to Crash. So I didn't check the wall with that Crash Bomb just to see if it would work, but you know what? Runner's prerogative. One more Fan Fiend to get out of the way, and we're going to switch to item 2 and go over the Lava Pit. Meanwhile, Chungus is dealing with Heatman in their stage. We do know that, well, he's going to do some weakness hunting, but we do know lemons are a good source of vitamin C to take down this Heatman. As Chungus signed, all right, I guess this is what we're going to do. He was really hoping to find a weakness for this Heatman, but I can tell you for a fact, if lemons do 4 damage, might as well just stick with lemons. If it does 2, then keep looking. Anyway, there's our Bubble Man in Heatman's room. Looks like we're going to check to see if Leaf Shield does more damage, and it does. As Bubble Man goes down on MagnetFirstbro's side, sub 19, which is still a good time. As we move on to Castle Stages, I'm actually going to take the time to switch audio here to MagnetFirstbro. So in chat, get those dragon guesses while I'm taking care of a few button presses in the background here. All right, folks. If you got those guesses in, I'm just gonna stick with what I actually, because I got the weakness last time. I'm gonna go true blue. So our dragon's gonna look blue. He's gonna be our Shades dragon this time, and he's gonna be weak to Kami. And by weak to Kami, I mean lemons. So we'll see if that ends up happening. Chungus got one more fan fiend to get past here. There we go. As MagnetFirstbro is making their ascent here. Oh. Like, come on, get off screen already. Anyway, looks like we've got tellies in the way, so that's relatively vanilla for this section here. As we're about to see what our dragon looks like for this seed, as Chungus is about to take on their Bubble Man in Heat Room. Look, folks. I swear, I only roll the seeds. I don't get any of the information until afterwards. I swear to you. Chat's now calling me a witch. Meanwhile, MagnetFirstbro does take down the dragon. He was weak to lemons. But we do get some good old Final Fantasy music for Wily 2 here, as Chungus did finish off Bubble in Heat Room and start their Wily 1 run. MagnetFirstbro going to pick up some lovely item 2 energy there as a safety. It's interesting he didn't wait for the crash to finish. He just fired it and then just went go. But we did just see that, didn't we? We saw the Leaf Shield do the work on the wall. So we all now know that. Well, we know two things actually. One, that Leaf Shield was actually inverted horizontally. I don't know if it's inverted vertically. Two, that it is the crash wall weakness. So we'll be taking that knowledge with us when we get to Wily 4. Meanwhile, Chungus is making their Wily 1 climb. And we got Mr. Pico, who looks like it's 2 shots with the air shooters, but it's also taking a lot of damage, taking a lot of energy to defeat. So MagnetFirstbro might consider switching weapons here in a moment, because he's going to run out here in a moment. He's got to find another weakness. I'm surprised he didn't check Leaf Shield first. He does have a full complement of tanks. How about Crash? Not Crash. Oh my goodness, one of the weakness is... Did he not check lemons? See, this is why you gotta check lemons, folks. Because let's be honest here, okay? And he didn't check heat, which is fine. But we now know. But Pico has the property of having 3 weaknesses, and with one of those weaknesses are lemons, you bet your biffy I'm gonna be using lemons on it. The only other weapon that I would consider using against that without changing, without question, would have been Leaf Shield, and we saw that in the first seed. But you know, MagnetFirstbro just wasted his air shooter on the Pico toasters there, so he's got to refill his air shooter just in case one of the remaining bosses is weak to it, just to be safe. So he's got to go into pit row probably one more time after Wily 3 here, as it looks like Wily used the chemicals to clean out his septic tank, as we got some clear water here in Wily 3. Well, shoutouts to Charlie Boy, who been doing a lot of the sprite work behind the scenes, and everyone else who's been contributing to the randomizer since we got on hiatus. And look, Leaf Shield was the weakness for the toasters, so I'm just saying there's definitely better ways to take all the toasters than what MagnetFirstbro there. And I'm not trying to hear a judge. It's a terrible property of mine. Okay, and I say this multiple times, but you know, there's definitely better ways to take on the toasters. Anyway, we got Bowser here as our Guts Dozer, as we do the weakness stance, looking for a weakness, and we found Quick, and that sounds good to me. So let's take down the Bowser tank and move on to Wily 4 here, as Chungus is pretty much a stage behind on MagnetFirstbro, as he can start his Wily 3, as MagnetFirstbro is going to be starting their Wily 4. Gonna grab some item 3 in pit row. He does not which I don't blame him. I actually like having item 3 available for me going up the Wily 3 ascent, or 4 ascent. Also, it's closing time, folks. As one of the interesting properties of Wily 4 is our invisible floors are actually randomized too, so you're going to see our runners switch to, if they have a stationary item 1 or mostly item 2, to avoid falling into the spikes, as Chungus is about to take on their dozer. We got Telly coming out of one hole, and we got the Shreks on the other side, as Chungus found Metal Blade for the other weakness for the dozer, and wipes him out. As we're going to see if there's going to be a Shrek on the right side here for MagnetFirstbro. There is. Yep, doing what I would do, and that's damage boost off of him to get over. You're going to take the hit from that Telly, and you just use all your iframes. Yeah, you were going to miss. You should have just continued falling down. So if you're cheering for Chungus, that's good to see, because that's going to give Chungus a better chance to get back into this race. But he's at least half a stage behind. Yeah, what I'm saying is, ooh, Chungus, you went through the hole. But yeah, what I'm saying is, if you're going to take that D-boost off the Telly, you might as well just not pause back and just fall down into the spikes and get out of there. Because generally Paul's buffering at the wrong time. Oh, and he took out the Shrek where he probably shouldn't have. Okay. MagnetFirstbro having the mental errors right now. I don't think I wouldn't have taken out that Shrek. Chungus is doing the Buster only strat there to get over the invisible spikes. But Chungus also fell down into the pit there, He should have already caught up to him, but you know, he's now a couple screens behind MagnetFirstbro, and MagnetFirstbro is not going to have enough item 1 to get over the. There you go. There you go. Now you can do it. Okay, there we go. Now he's gotten through, but all that time wasted, Chungus has caught up more or less onto MagnetFirstbro. He's literally a screen behind him. As Chungus not going to use his item 2 to get over the last hurdle, but they are both in the last hallway. I don't know if Chungus knows about Leaf Shield for the wall weakness, but we do know MagnetFirstbro knows about the wall weakness, so he's going to check that in a moment. I wonder if he's going to check Metal Blade on the boo beams. Nope, he's just going to go straight to destroying the walls with Leaf Shield, which I don't blame him. We do know Leaf Shield is actually inverted horizontally. We don't know if it's weak, if it's and you know what? It was Metal Weak. Let's see what if Chungus is going to catch up to him. He does not have any item 1, but he can use item 2 to boost up. Okay, so Chungus is going to be still right on MagnetFirstbro's tail. He's got to take down the last 2 boo beams. So we're talking about, what, 10 seconds between each other going into refights here? As we are squeezing it out here, folks, as MagnetFirstbro is going to start his refights first, taking on Heatman. Chungus is going to be right behind him. I believe Chungus actually knows Heatman's weakness. I think it wasn't air. Was it quick or was it bubble? It was quick. So Chungus is going to might make up a lot of time here, as he did a lot of weakness hunting in his Robot Master stages, as MagnetFirstbro is getting pummeled by this airman. And, you know, the airman doing what he usually does, not be a bro. And so, Chungus dumpstering his airman right behind him as he goes into his crash fight with MagnetFirstbro coming out. This may come down to an alien weakness hunt, for all we know, or a machine weakness hunt, as Chungus dumpsters his Woodman, as once again they're high-fiving as one's going in, the other is coming out. But again, Chungus knows a lot of these Robot Master weaknesses, which may be a blessing for him. As Chungus is on Metal Man, MagnetFirstbro on Flashman. I think Chungus actually knows about the bubble weakness for yes. I think Chungus is about to take the lead here. And just like that, because he did the weakness hunting earlier, he's taking a slight edge on MagnetFirstbro coming out of that Bubble Man refight, as they're both now taking on Quickman here. And looks like it's really neck and neck here. Chungus popping a juice box, but MagnetFirstbro taking down their Quickman first, so they've retaken the lead going into the Bubble Man refight. I'm surprised that MagnetFirstbro didn't use Leaf Shield. He knew about that in the Robot Master stage, so that's kind of a miss on his side. So Chungus checking metal and Chungus took the gamble of checking both metal and crash first, and it's not panning out for him, as MagnetFirstbro is going to take down the machine first, as they're going to be walking into Victory Road ahead of Chungus, as Chungus sadly switched to quick boomerang too late, as there was the double weakness. So again, folks, it's not over until there's a dot done, and like I said, it could come to an alien weakness here. We'll see who finds the weakness to the alien first. But hold on to your butts, folks. It's not over until there is a doc done. As we can see Dr. Cassot one more time as he switches into the Mario alien that I like to see. Not weak to lemons. Air, not air. How about quick? It's bubble. And down goes the alien on MagnetFirstbro's side. Let's wait for Chungus before I get to the official race times here. As Chungus finds a bubble for the alien here. And there we go. Get those GGs in chat. Alright, so MagnetFirstbro finishing with a 34.18 and 2% Chungus finishing with a 34.55. Get those GGs in the chat, folks. Let's see if both our runners will want to interview after this. So give me just a moment. So like I said, folks, give me a moment here to see if either of our runners wants to come for the post-race interview. Meanwhile, just take a bit of housekeeping here, as later on today at 2 p.m. There's 2 more races on the docket here. There's going to be myself versus White Monster at 2 p.m. and later on today, entering into the room right now, 2% Chungus is going to be looking for a bit of vengeance as they take on Poison Curls at 7 p.m. How you doing, Chungus?
Man, I really want that heat back from the second one, but otherwise, not too bad. How about yourself?
I think you want that first game back, really.
MagnetFirstbro was just super fast that first time. There was no way.
Yeah. Yeah, I want you to know that you had caught up to him in the second race here because of your knowledge of robot weaknesses, and it came down to literally finding the weakness for a machine and the alien.
Awesome! Can't wait to watch it back.
Yep. Aside from that, what did you think about those 2 seeds?
Pretty good. There were some eerie similarities. Man, I'm still not used to the, in Wily 4, the spike, fake floor.
Oh?
Yeah, I forgot to look at the bottom of the screen, and, you know, there's spots where you can jump to not have to use item 2, and, I got it the first time and forgot to look for the second. I was halfway across and said, oh no, had a Wily Coyote moment.
Whoops.
Other than that, I always appreciate when Dragon's weak to Crash. Love the music.
Don't worry. The chat called me a witch in the second seat because I actually got all 3.
Well done.
Let's see. I don't really have anything that stood out for me as far as these 2 races. I will say MagnetFirstbro just kind of kind of had a method of just choosing wherever to go and going. So and I have a terrible habit of just saying like, well, that's different. Don't see that too much. So it's like, I would recommend that, and then he just does it. So it's really incredible to watch MagnetFirstbro run.
Yeah, I was watching their race from the other night, and yeah, their stage selection is not what I expected. Definitely worked out for him today.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I have anything else I need to ask you, because because usually that's my first question. What do you think? So you're gonna come back later tonight to take all Poison Curls. So you're gonna be looking for a little revenge or vengeance on your part.
Yeah, I can't wait. I think Poison Curls beat me pretty closely last year. A lot's happened since then, though, so I honestly don't remember. But it's going to be a good race either way.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because I'm going to be there too. Because it's just the way it is. Folks, I'm going to be here all day pretty much doing this, doing my own race and doing the other commentary later. So you're going to have plenty of me.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Oof. I'm not sure you want to risk that. Aside from that, I don't think I have anything else I want to ask. Usually I have more questions to this, but I do not.
All right. Well, good luck in your match in a few hours.
Yep, I'm gonna take a nap here before that race. Even though I got time, that's at 2 p.m. versus White Monster, and then you got 2% Chungus got Poison Curls at 7 p.m. So once again, folks, thanks to Speedgaming for hosting our tournament here for Speedgaming Live 2023 for the online portion. And I hope to see you guys in the afternoon here, 2 p.m. Eastern, when I get my first race in against White Monster. Until then, we'll see you then.